Welcome to the Asian Idols channel. I'm Cherry. Today, our video features the following exciting content.
Luo Jin's worst fears come true. Tang Yan sparks new controversy. Entertainment industry falls silent. The appearance of the urban realist drama This Moment of Life, starring Tang Yan, on CCTV's 2026 television drama lineup should, by all accounts, have marked a steady milestone in her transition as an actress, perhaps even a symbolic moment of being endorsed by the mainstream. Instead, the initial public reaction was not anticipation, but skepticism. Some argued that her rise in resources had been too rapid. Others questioned whether her long-established screen image, soft, gentle, and light, could truly align with the weight and texture required of realist storytelling. More pointed voices went further, directly asking whether there was someone behind the scenes pushing her forward. Such doubts are hardly rare in the entertainment industry, particularly when it comes to female actors. What stood out this time, however, was something else entirely: near total silence from within the industry. There were no close friends stepping forward to vouch for her, no peers publicly saying the project was worth waiting for, and scarcely even the customary courtesy reposts. This collective quiet was unusual, and in some ways more suggestive than open criticism. It invited speculation. Some read it as deliberate distance, others as cautious neutrality. Either way, the silence added a layer of complexity to the controversy. Viewed over a longer timeline, it becomes clear that the debate surrounding Tang Yan did not begin with This Moment of Life. It had already been taking shape since her gradual return to public view. In 2026, nearly all of her exposure has revolved around projects and authoritative platforms. The trajectory has been clean and orthodox, yet paradoxically, the more correct the path, the more easily it invites scrutiny and comparison. From a creative standpoint, The Beginning of Humanity, Ren Zhi Chu, currently airing, offers a revealing example. Though Tang Yan is not the undisputed lead, her role is memorable. The character Quanmen leans toward darkness, driven by extreme emotions and complex motivations. One explosive emotional scene, in particular, sparked intense discussion. Audience reactions were sharply divided. Some praised her for finally stepping out of her comfort zone and embracing a sharper, less flattering role. Others felt the performance resembled a carefully engineered acting showcase, designed more to prove capability than to serve the story. This kind of debate is hardly unique. When an actor long associated with a specific type attempts to change lanes, audiences inevitably measure new roles against old impressions. Perform with restraint, and you are accused of lacking breakthrough. Perform with intensity, and you risk being labeled overzealous. Tang Yan currently occupies this delicate middle ground. She needs stronger roles to break her label, yet each escalation in intensity is interpreted as deliberate calculation. Beyond her work, rumors surrounding her marriage have remained a persistent undercurrent. Since late 2024, speculation has circulated relentlessly: separate living arrangements, fewer public appearances together, reduced social media interaction, missing birthday messages. These fragments have been assembled into so-called rational analyses, extending into conjecture about business ties, corporate structures, even asset and resource division. Such rumors thrive because they conform to a familiar public narrative about celebrity relationships. The quieter it gets, the more suspicious it seems. Silence is mistaken for admission. Reality, however, proved more complex. In November 2025, Luo Jin's father passed away in Beijing. At the farewell ceremony, Tang Yan appeared as a family member, dressed in black, barefaced, standing beside her husband throughout, helping receive relatives and friends. Her own father was present as well. This was not a staged public appearance, but the natural positioning of a family facing loss. Subsequent details emerged gradually. Luo Jin remained in Beijing for an extended period to care for his critically ill father, even turning down work. Tang Yan stayed in Shanghai to care for their child and keep the household running. What was framed as living apart was, in reality, a practical division of family responsibilities rather than emotional estrangement. But rumors do not require internal logic, only new imagery. Shortly after the funeral, paparazzi photos surfaced of Luo Jin accompanying his mother to pray, with a female co-star among the group. Old speculation resurfaced almost immediately. The couple did not respond. Silence has long been their default approach. Yet in the emotionally charged arena of public opinion, Silence is often misread as guilt. It was against this backdrop that this moment of life appeared on CCTV's lineup. At that point, the issue was no longer simply what Tang Yan was acting in, but the atmosphere in which she was acting. When a female actor is persistently scrutinized for her marriage, any upward movement in her career risks being attributed to connections. Any attempt at transformation is framed as image management or public relations strategy. Even correct decisions can receive distorted interpretations. From a genre perspective, this moment of life is a realist urban drama focusing on the conflicts and choices of middle-class families. For Tang Yan, this territory is relatively new. Her earlier career-defining roles, Chinese Paladin 3, Boss and Me, My Sunshine, Negotiator, were largely romanticized, idealized portrayals. These performances cemented her image as gentle, luminous, and filtered through optimism. That success, however, became a constraint. Audience memory is stubborn. The more iconic one's past roles, the harder it becomes to pivot. Realist drama demands lived-in texture and emotional grounding. Viewers scrutinize posture, speech rhythm, and demeanor, asking whether the actor truly resembles someone from everyday life. Thus, once this moment of life was announced, doubts quickly centered on a single question: does she look like a real middle-class woman? The authority of CCTV's endorsement only intensified the underlying wider sentiment. As for the industry's silence, it is less mysterious than it appears. This kind of controversy cannot be diffused by a single endorsement. Speaking up risks being interpreted as taking sides. Praising her talent invites accusations of mutual promotion. Explaining resource allocation leads to claims of whitewashing. Most importantly, the debate is no longer confined to the work itself. It is entangled with private life speculation. For insiders, non-participation is simply the safest option. From Luo Jin's perspective, his concern is equally understandable. He has spoken publicly about feelings of guilt toward his family and is especially sensitive to the emotionally restrained nature of his parents' generation. Precisely because he values family, he resists turning it into public spectacle. Ironically, such restraint invites further interpretation. This is why Tang Yan has increasingly chosen to reshape her narrative through work rather than explanation. Instead of defending herself within gossip cycles, she answers through roles. Her transition has not been abrupt but methodical, testing the waters with morally complex characters like those in the beginning of Humanity before moving toward more observation-driven realist drama. It is a conventional, even cautious path. The persistence of controversy stems from divided expectations. Some viewers want her to remain forever in the glow of romantic idol dramas, others want her to decisively shed that image and become a more layered performer. These competing desires turn every new project into a battleground. Ultimately, the turbulence surrounding CCTV's lineup is less about whether Tang Yan performs well, and more about whether audiences are willing to let her out of the frame they built for her. It is not solely about this moment of life, but about whether she is permitted a more complex career trajectory. From one angle, Luo Jin's fears have materialized. As her career advances, scrutiny intensifies rather than recedes. From another, this very intensity signals that Tang Yan has entered a more central narrative space. An overlooked actor is not questioned for resources. One who never leaves their comfort zone is not asked whether they deserve opportunity. Being discussed is, in itself, evidence of positional change. Whether this moment of life ultimately becomes a turning point will depend on the work itself. Realist drama is unforgiving but fair. It offers no soft filters. The credibility of the character rests on detail, whether the eyes carry the weight of daily life, whether dialogue flows like real domestic conflict, whether hesitation and restraint in key choices feel authentic. These questions cannot be resolved by publicity or posture. Only performance, and the script, can deliver the answer.
If this is your first time watching our channel, please hit the subscribe button to support us. Thank you.